Scorn is a horror game. Scorn is a first-person shooter. Scorn is a puzzle game. Scorn has a story. Scorn is a game. Well, yes, but not really. Scorn is a work of art. Yes. Yeah, it really is. Hey, how you doing? I hope you're doing swell. One might say Scorn is a bad game, but who's to say it cares? If you don't like this game, guess what? That's fine. Scorn was never trying to win you over. Scorn was made to give you an experience. People expected Scorn to tick all these boxes, but what we got was a game that only just barely ticked those boxes. Does Scorn have a story? Well, yes, but no. Is the story good? Well, that's for you to decide for yourself. There is not one single simple answer for what is even going on in the story. Maybe this parasite that's stuck to you throughout the game is you, or at least a version of you. You mysteriously pass out at a point in the game with all your stuff gone, but later on, you are found by this mysterious creature that now has all your belongings. So, is that you? Or a previous version of you? A clone perhaps? Or just a coincidence? The game will never tell you, and you will never know for sure. Is that a spoiler? Did I just spoil the game for you? Well, that's not important, is it? Maybe it's just there to push you along through the game, like a map for a museum guiding you to its next art piece. Scorn might frustrate you at times. Scorn isn't here to teach you. It's here for you to learn. If you were by yourself in a forest, what would you do? You try your best to survive and work with what you got. No one is telling you how to do it or what you should do, but you figure it out because you must. If you don't, you'll die. So why can't Scorn be any different? So yes, Scorn might frustrate you, but maybe it's supposed to.
Less combat. There's first-person shooting in the game, like I said, but it's few and far between, and it is just straight up not good.
However, disappointingly, Scorn's infuriatingly unbalanced combat.
With gameplay like that, let's just stick with the puzzles, honestly. That is fucking tedious.
Combat is easily the weakest part of the game.
Unfortunately, the combat itself is dreadful, and I don't mean that in a good way.
No, it's really not. Tell me, what did you want from the gunplay? What specifically do you not like about it? Because it's too slow? Maybe that's how it's meant to be, and that's on you if you don't like it. Could there be more variety in enemy design? Perhaps. But just because there isn't, doesn't automatically mean bad. People are so opinionated these days, it's either bad or good. No in between, it can never just be fine. The gunplay is everything it needed to be, and is by no means bad. People seem to be confused by what bad gunplay actually feels like, just because it wasn't what they were expecting. Aiming feels exactly how it needs to feel, and the impact of every shot is some of the best I've ever seen. Like, in a long time. Enemies react to being shot, they flinch, and if you miss, well, that matters. Simply getting hit matters. You can soft lock yourself in every area in the game if you don't play your cards right. If you get hit too much, the game doesn't give you health, it says too bad, try again. It's just fine-tuned enough to make Resident Evil survival horror look like Call of Duty, and that is a feat. Is Scorn a masterpiece? Absolutely not, and I don't think anything is. But Scorn doesn't care about being a masterpiece. Scorn is an experience, and maybe you liked it, or maybe you absolutely despised it. It doesn't matter how you feel about it, because what matters is Scorn is good, no matter how you look at it. Scorn is not a masterpiece, but it is a work of art, and art is subjective. Thanks so much for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry if I sound like shit in this outro here. I'm actually currently going through the fun times that is COVID for the second time. I know, right? Like, who knew that was still around? Anyways, just on the combat side of things, a lot of people seem to think that the game should have a dodge mechanic, which I do get that, but I think having a dodge mechanic would take away from this game a lot. And I'm sure if the devs thought it needed dodge, we would have a dodge. The reason this game is getting a lot of slack is because it has been in development for around 6 years, I believe. And having this be it, I understand, will be pretty disappointing to a lot of people, which I can agree with. Anyways, let's not have this outro drag out too much longer. Tell me what you guys think of Scorn in the comments. Yeah, but I think that's everything from me. I can't think of anything else to say. Yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Stay weary, everyone.